Welcome to Season 5 of My Wife the Dietitian, a fun, evidence-based weekly podcast about nutrition and healthy living. On today's show, we're talking to fitness coach Lisa Duncan about the importance of strength training and muscle. Are you under-muscled? Stay with us and find out why muscle is the currency of longevity. Enjoying the show? You can help others find it and enjoy it too by giving us a 5-star rating or review. If you feel like reaching out to us with a question or comment, you can send us an email at mywifetherd@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit our website at mywifethedietitian.com, as well as our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy the show. Welcome to My Wife the Dietitian. Hello, Sandra.
Hi, Rob.
How are you?
I'm excited about interviewing Lisa again today.
Oh, yeah. Always fun talking to Lisa.
Yeah, it was like 3 years ago that we first interviewed her about diet culture in the fitness industry.
Mm-hmm. I always thought you were like super positive and passionate, but Lisa is on an equal footing, I'd say. It's interesting talking to both of you at the same time.
I bet you couldn't get a word in edgewise.
There's a lot of laughter and a lot of positivity.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's great. I mean, as the owner and operator of Activate Athletic Studio for over 30 years, Lisa has so much knowledge, and she's been doing this and helping people for, 3 decades. And her herself in her mid-50s she can empathize with her clients and the people who she's helping. And, I know people just love her as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know people in the community and that have Lisa and Craig as their trainers. And wow, they're so good. They're so knowledgeable and just keeps them motivated, I think.
Yeah. And I remember when they first started, they had sort of a different approach to fitness that I hadn't seen with many other people before. And it was that sort of inclusive, like not just focused on building muscles and making yourself look good and like the bikini body kind of focus that a lot of trainers have.
Mm-hmm.
They were focused more on health and put the scale away and just get strong, and start
and feed your body. I
start
like
where you're
that.
at. Yeah.
I like their messaging around don't restrict, don't cut, don't, eliminate different foods and food groups. It's more about including all foods fit. And if you're working out, you need to fuel yourself. That muscle needs gas, right? It needs energy.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, I've always loved their messaging around that too. And I mean, it speaks to it in the episode we did with her on diet culture in the fitness industry.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to link that in the show notes. But this one is all about muscle and people who are under muscled. And we talk about, like, is it true that you lose muscle as you age? And what can someone do realistically to help rebuild muscle in this stage of life? And we go into all different aspects of the importance of improving your lean muscle as you age.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a great episode. So we encourage you to stick around and join us with Lisa Duncan.
Hey, we're so excited to have Lisa Duncan back on the podcast. It was 3 years ago, like today, or almost today, that we interviewed Lisa before. And it was all about diet culture in the fitness industry, episode 60. But Lisa, I'm so glad to have you back today. And we're stoked to interview you all about muscle and the importance of muscle. And let's let the listeners know who you are and what you do in your work.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me back. It's a real honor. I had a great time chatting with you guys last time. I'm Lisa from Activate Athletic Studio, and I've been in the fitness industry for probably 30 years now. I'm in my mid-50s, and I work with all ages, but
mid-50s? Sorry, no way.
yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yes.
I was thinking the same thing, Sandra.
Holy, okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
You're doing something
Thanks.
right, Lisa.
We know
keep
Lisa
talking to me,
locally.
guys.
So.
Keep talking. Gosh. Yeah. So, all the lovely perimenopause symptoms and battling with trying to maintain muscle and keep healthy and strong. I'm there. I'm living it.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Oh,
It's nice to have
yes.
someone coaching you who is in the same boat, right?
Definitely, yes.
Versus someone who's half your age and it's like, oh, just do this, you'll be fine. And because I think that, especially in the fitness industry, I'm guessing that's pretty common, right? You've got a trainer who's,
Yeah.
25 and they're trying to help someone twice their age and they just don't get it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a plus.
absolutely. And even just like the life experience itself,
For
it's
sure.
just nice to be relatable and have someone that
Mhm.
truly understands how
True.
you're feeling and what you're going through.
Absolutely.
That's so
It's
true.
good. It makes it a safe space so you can just be yourself. And if something doesn't feel right in your body, it's easy to say, hey, this is no. And then we just adjust and go from there.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
love
it's good
that.
to feel safe and yeah.
And you're not
in an
like
environment
yelling
like
at them
that.
like a boot camp coach. No, harder, harder. I'm sure
Maybe
you do that a
maybe
little bit.
bit.
But
Yes. Yeah. It depends on if they come in and that's what they want. That's what I'll give them.
yeah.
There you go.
I am happy to meet anybody where they're at on any given day because our energy levels fluctuate from day to day. And I'll take 100% of whatever you've got to give. If that's 30%, that's what we're going to roll with.
Oh,
There you
I
go.
love
I like
that.
that.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
true. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yep.
Meet where they're at. Because I mean, there's no like
Yes.
cookie cutter approach for every single person. Everybody is different.
Absolutely. Very, very different. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And in saying that, like, I read an article that you wrote recently and I loved it. And I pulled some questions out of that article in terms of what just things to talk about in terms of muscle today. And, I think
Yeah.
your article was titled Under Muscled. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And muscle is the currency of longevity.
Currency of longevity. I love
I
that.
love it. Where was the article,
Yes.
Lisa? Just so people can people still find
It
it?
was
Is
in
it
Valley Vibe magazine, the
okay?
senior version of Valley Vibe.
Is that online? Do you know or maybe we
I'm
can?
not certain if it's online.
I think it is.
We can-
I just wrote
we
for
can
them
dig it up
too.
and-
So yeah.
dig it
no,
up and
that's
share
cool.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was also
For
an honor to
seniors.
write.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was like. That's the first question. Is it true that you lose muscle as you age?
Well, people talk about midlife like it's some biological graveyard and after 40, you're brittle and untrainable and doomed to decline. I hear that all the time. But that narrative, it's not only wrong, but it's a bit depressing.
Yeah.
We don't want to think that
Totally.
way. Age does play a role, but not in the way people assume. It's a total misconception that aging automatically causes muscle loss and weakness. It's not actually age itself. It's inactivity.
Yes.
Which comes with age, I think.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Hormonal changes and poor dietary habits are also kind of in there, but really it's just being still and inactive. That is the main thing that causes muscle mass to start deteriorating. And we can start as early as in our 30s. At first, it
Wow.
happens at a rate of about 3 to 8% per decade. And when we get up into our 60s, we lose muscle mass more quickly, up to 5 to 10% a year.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Yes.
Which is scary.
Holy-
Muscle is our armor, and we need to thrive at every stage of life, especially our later years.
Totally.
Yeah. And our society, our sedentary, our like lazy boy, like sitting, we're getting the sitting disease, like younger and like,
Yes.
kids are getting driven everywhere. Like it's just, we don't
Yeah.
move in our just daily activities. Like we're just stationary and sitting a lot of the time.
Yes. Yep. Generations before, like life had them being physically active, whereas now we have so many easy things like washing machines that wash our clothes and dry our clothes and easy meals to prepare, and we don't have to go gardening for our vegetables. So we've become a little bit slack that way.
Exactly.
That's so true.
So we have to be a little more intentional with how we we have to be intentional with exercise for sure. And as we age, so does the strategy of how we train to make and hold on to muscle. So it's very, very possible.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, it's important to understand that your strength and balance and stamina are traits you earn through movement, not by sitting on the lazy boy. And that's what's
Hmm.
going to protect your independence more than any supplement ever could.
Yeah,
Here,
I
here.
agree.
That is
Yeah.
so true. I think people are looking for the magic bullet and like the anti-aging supplement and it's not it's
Oh, yes.
yeah, exactly. It's like moving, like get up off the couch.
Yes. I always ask who's making money off this? Because you don't need to spend money to build muscle.
That's right.
Absolutely. I always say that too, Lisa. I mean, if you follow the money,
Yeah.
there's with every single diet trend and product that's out there, if you don't have to
Yes.
look too far to realize that, oh, there's someone selling a book that's promoting this idea and they're making money at it, or there's a product involved or whatever. So yeah, you're bang
Yep.
on with that.
Exactly. Absolutely. Never assume you're too old, though. Age is not a wall. Arnold Schwarzenegger recently said that 85-year-olds can build just as much muscle and strength as people 20 years younger. So I started digging for some scientific evidence to confirm this, and sure enough, there have been unbiased studies that back what he's saying. 85-year-olds can build just as much muscle and strength as people 20 years younger.
That's amazing. That's exactly what I was just going to ask. It's like, yeah, we can still be, fit and strong and muscled when we're that age. We don't have to be little old people.
Yeah, the only thing that's truly old is the mindset. You're
I was
not
just gonna
fragile. You're not
say
past your prime.
Right.
that's right.
Yeah.
Or I'm too old. The statement, I'm too old to do that. Oh, I can't do that. I'm too old.
Yeah, that's just mindset.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. At any age, you're adaptable. The biology proves it. Muscle responds to protein, load, and recovery, even 60s, 70s, 80s. Age changes the strategy, but it doesn't eliminate the body's capacity to adapt.
Wow, that's
So
so true. Oh.
Here's a
Yeah.
question for you, because I'm guessing this is why people sort of start to decline in the first place. Um, my body hurts. I'm tired. I'm really busy. Like all the typical. I don't want to call them excuses because a lot of them are somewhat valid, but I think it's a downward spiral, and once it starts, it's hard to get out of that. And
Yeah,
then
it
we
is.
become those frail older people, and it's, I don't want to say impossible, but it's very difficult to sort of bounce back from that. So are there strategies at this point when people are younger and sort of, that you can implement to get them moving?
Well, people experience exhaustion and they feel like they're lazy and they have guilt or they're just weak. But it's not. It's just your body saying, I need a new approach. Because if you're exhausted before the day even starts, you're not lazy, you're not imagining it.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not sleeping well, when you have a lot of stress, or you're not regulating your blood sugar, you can feel absolutely exhausted. If our diet is not full of like whole foods, we can feel some inflammation in our joints, things like that. But we can work with that. We can start slow, like very light weights or limited range of motion. And over time, things start to feel better and we add more nutritious foods into the diet. Things start to feel better. So I know it's hard to get started, but it
Yeah.
is totally possible.
I think that's the key too, is things do start to feel better, despite it's hard to, that day one is very hard. Things hurt, things will hurt for the next,
Yes.
well, probably for the first week or so, things hurt. Right. But then they do
Yeah.
start to feel better. You start to have more energy. You start to sleep
Yes.
better. Like all the positives start to show up. So I think it's worth it for people to hear that from you, especially because you've sort of seen it time and time again, that, it does work and you will feel better. You're not going to be exhausted for the rest of your life. So,
Yes,
but
for
I have a
sure. No.
question. Like, how does someone know if they're low in muscle or if they're just tired and kind of feeling like heavier and like gaining weight? Like, how would someone know if they're low in muscle?
Well, if your pants suddenly feel tighter and your energy tank is running on fumes and workouts don't seem to be making a dent anymore, you're not just imagining that. I'm talking about midlife people now. I'm referring to like a midlife metabolism. because that crash is real for both women and men over 40. It often shows up uninvited, kind of hangs around like that one person who never left your college friend group
You
chat.
again. Yeah.
Our body composition does change as we age because we tend to struggle with sleep more. We have abundant stress. We eat less protein. Physical activity decreases. We have a decline in hormone levels. More of us have chronic inflammation and insulin resistance and muscle loss. The old saying, use it or lose it, is very true here. When we lose muscle mass, it slows the rate at which the body uses calories, and that rate's called metabolism. And we know we're losing muscle when we struggle with things that used to be easy, like, getting up off the couch. And we climb the stairs, it becomes challenging, or you're extra tired after normal activities, and your balance is going downhill, or you're falling behind on walks with your friends. And, you can no longer open the pickle jar. Wait, I can't open the pickle jar. Let's be real. Who can actually open that on the first go?
That's right.
I pride myself on my grip strength, but that sucker, I don't know what they do to seal those pickle jars.
I know, right?
Yes. Yeah. And there's some people out there, they're like, Lisa, I'm active and I just feel terrible. But sometimes when they tell me that they're active, what they actually mean is they're really busy, they're overscheduled, and they're rushing around to keep up on work and chores. And they're telling me, yes, I'm fit. I do my yard work and my housework. And yeah, those are excellent forms of functional movement, but they're generally not sufficient to maintain or build muscle mass as we age.
Yeah, they're not strength building
Therefore,
activities.
yeah. Therefore, millions of people are under-muscled. And when the clothes start feeling tight, what do you think they do first? They usually restrict.
Yes. Restrict the calories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes. And without resistance training, they might lose some fat, but they'll lose precious muscle too. So in my opinion, folks should be chasing muscle gains, not weight loss. Weight loss could very well be a side effect when working on the body and building and maintaining muscle. So with the right knowledge and some smart shifts, you can turn the ship around. The body might be different now, but different doesn't mean damaged. It just means adaptable under some new rules.
Yeah. And the muscle, like you said, it's armor. Like I work in,
it is,
helping with people with going through cancer treatment. And, you can tell the people that have lean muscle to start because they usually do way better through the treatment. They're stronger. They're more resilient. They don't, the treatment doesn't have to be delayed or stopped. Like they have lean muscle. It's like an armor, like you said. Or if people get sick, like if the flu season comes along or the cold season, and the people that don't have as much muscle, and we did an episode on skinny fat, which I hate the term, but it's kind of like someone with a normal BMI, but they are under muscled. Like they don't have that body armor. They've, and for whatever reason, like maybe restrictive diets a lot of their life, which I see all the time. You probably too.
Yes.
And, and it's like you said, they start like there's changes in their metabolism. There's changes in midlife and their pants are getting tighter and they're feeling like lazier. Well, I better stop eating or I better like reduce my calories because if I reduce my calories, then I'll lose this like extra weight. But it's the muscle. If you are not feeling yourself, you'll probably lose partly muscle. So I'm so glad you mentioned that. Yeah.
We just have to shift that mindset. It's like, okay, I need to put some muscle on. How can I add some muscle to my body? And I want to mention too that I know a lot of women are afraid of becoming bulky or looking like a bodybuilder, but we don't produce enough testosterone in our bodies to actually put that kind of muscle on.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen that. Unless they're like trying really hard and they're an Olympic weightlifter or something. And
exactly.
And I think that's the new sexy. That should be the new sexy, because I think that's awesome. I love seeing powerful, strong, muscled women. Oh my gosh. Like, I think love that's awesome. Yes.
I love all the female Olympic athletes and how they're now starting to promote like body diversity and muscle's cool.
Exactly.
Being strong is cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I love it.
absolutely.
So you definitely won't hear me give you advice on starving yourself or telling you to push harder or spend 2 hours a day in the gym. It's about understanding what's happening in your body, the metabolic slowdown that happens in your 40s and beyond. It's not a personal failure, it's biology. But biology isn't destiny. Your muscles, bones, and nervous system are still wired to respond to training at any age. When we
Hmm.
start, when you move, even gently, your muscles, they remember their strength. And joints, they remember their flexibility. So we start slow. I know some people have pain, but we just stay within a safe range of motion to get started. And the nervous system, it remembers that balance and coordination are not lost. They just need to be practiced. And
Is that
over
muscle
time, the
memory?
body responds.
That's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Oh, yes. I've heard of that. And it like, when someone's used to ride a bike and they haven't in a long time, you do have muscle memory to like remember how to balance and how to ride. Like it's kind of
Yes.
in
That's right.
you know how to do that. It's just the muscle memory.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we just want to regain that function. And every small return of function, every step, every stretch or lift, it becomes a little quiet victory, something you don't really notice. It just kind of all of a sudden you're standing on one leg or you can jump on 2 feet. So it's really fear that makes people fragile. And
Hmm.
it's thoughtful training that makes them durable. There's a huge difference there.
It reminds me the other day we were at Rob's parents and I was just like putting my boot on, I think in the hallway, and I was like standing on one foot and putting the boot on. I wasn't sitting down and Rob's mom was like, "How do you do that? How are you standing on
Oh,
one foot putting your boot on?" I'm like, "Well,
way to
I
go.
I mean that doesn't everybody do this? I don't even think about it. I
Ah,
just.
yeah. As we age, we got to practice those things. It's use it or lose it. Really, really,
Yes.
really.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
function of our body, for sure. That's great. I'm really happy to hear you can do that, Sandra.
There you go.
I never even thought about
Fant-
like not doing it. I mean, that's just how I've always put my
right.
shoes on. I don't have
Wow.
something
Well,
to
you
sit on.
keep it up.
That's too
Ah,
funny.
we practice that in my outside class. I'll have them stand on one leg and then, okay, you might want to try this one when you're putting your boot on. Try it with your eyes closed.
Ooh, I
Oh,
love
there you
it.
go.
Yes, yes.
You know
Whoa.
what I struggle with is putting my pants on in the morning. I'll get the first I'll get the
Too
first
much
leg in.
information, Rob.
Oh no, no, everyone puts their pants on, right?
Just
Ah,
joking.
why'd you
But
put your pants on?
you get the first leg in, and then you go to put the second leg in, and your foot gets tangled, and you're on one foot,
Oh,
and then your foot's stuck in your pants, and you can't put it down to balance yourself. And there's so many
right?
times, and I'm trying not to wake Sandra up.
The
And there's so
cats are
many
looking
times
at you
I've
like,
just
"Don't
about
fall on me! Don't fall on me!"
well, yeah, I've
Oh
just
my
about
gosh.
face planted into the wall a few times, but yeah, there's something to be said about that balancing on one foot thing. It has its
Absolutely.
perks.
Oh,
Yes, it
that's
helps
funny.
with fall prevention down the road.
There you go.
Exactly. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Well, and that's
We don't
that's
want
what
to
I was
fall.
wondering. Like you said you just did that class. Like so how can a woman do like what can they do in midlife to realistically rebuild muscle? So I'm sure they had muscle at some point and maybe they, just have been too sedentary or just kind of as they age just are not moving as much and is there a way at this stage of life for people to especially women, I'm thinking?
Well, you said at one time they may have muscle, but we kind of come from the fitness culture of the 80s and the 90s, which heavily prioritized aerobics and
Right.
dance-based cardio over lifting weights. Remember? Bright
Mm.
spandex, leg warmers, Jane Fonda, and Richard
Totally.
Simmons. Woo!
Yes.
It was cardio. Cardio is where it was at. It was framed as a heart-healthy solution, and it still is. But modern research shows that as we reach middle age, shifting that focus to include strength training is critical for maintaining muscle mass, bone density, and metabolism. So
Mm.
I may have the women that I'm working with, they've definitely shifted from just cardio-based focused exercise, and they're working and adding on resistance training. And I have many of them adding in their protein intake
Yes.
because muscle loss
Mm-hmm.
equals anabolic resistance. And that's where your muscle becomes less responsive to protein intake.
Mm.
The muscle becomes less efficient at turning dietary protein into new muscle tissue.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always encouraging them to get a higher intake of protein to stimulate muscle growth.
Yeah.
Muscle's built by placing stress on the fibers through resistance, causing little micro tears that repair into larger, stronger tissue, and protein's going to help that along the way.
I was going to say, how are you said the women are sort of transitioning from, like aerobics based exercise into more strength building. Is that something that people are enjoying? Or are they scared of it? Like what's the reaction that you're seeing from most people?
They've built up. They've started a little with really little tiny weights. And as they feel safe and comfortable and they can feel their power coming along, they will bring heavier weights. And if they don't, I can watch them and I can tell, and I'll bring heavier weights and I'll share and encourage them to try the heavier ones. They can always put them down and go back to the lighter ones. But yeah, no, that's great. They're feeling it. They're noticing a difference. Their legs are strong. They can sit and stand, no problem. Adding jumps now.
Nice.
It's fantastic.
So they are noticing a difference, and you said like overall kind of health and energy and all the things that you were trying to get through strength building.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome.
Strength training sends a signal through the skeleton that says you're still needed, and the body listens. Bone density rises, making our skeletons more resilient, not fragile. And yeah, they're feeling it, which is great.
That's awesome. That's
yeah, and they need it like a load, right? Like it has to be like a challenge to the muscle. Like if it's the same, like you got to increase the challenge. Like what do you call that? Like
progressive lifting. So we're progressively adding heavier weight, because when we apply that load to our bones through squats and presses and pushes and pulls, our body responds the way it always has, by rebuilding. So by thickening, by reinforcing.
Right.
But like you said, with the energy too, it also alters how your cells handle energy. So with every repetition, your muscles become more efficient at using glucose, improving insulin sensitivity, which is a key factor in preventing diabetes and protecting metabolic health as the decades go by, which is also really important. And then there's the functional capacity, getting up from the floor without help, carrying the groceries from the car, climbing the stairs without relying on the railing, and getting down and playing on the carpet with the grandkids, and using the bathroom without fear of losing balance. That's a big one.
Yeah.
They're not small things. They're really big deal, as they're the foundation of our dignity and our independence.
Yes.
So the strength training strengthens not just your muscles, but it also strengthens your confidence, which is my favorite thing to watch in all these athletes.
For sure. I think as you age too, and some of those movements get challenging, it's not too late to change, but it's a lot more difficult. Like if you're struggling to get up from the couch and to use the washroom and to dress and that sort of thing, it's a lot more challenging to gain strength at that age or at that point in your life. So these are things you got to think about before you're there, which is now for most people.
Prevention is always best, but
absolutely,
it's never too late. Yeah. We can build muscle at any age.
I think a lot of people wait until they're broken before they fix it. That's just health right across the board. They just keep trucking along doing what they're doing. And then they go to the doctor one day and they have some sort of disease or some sort of health issue. And then they look at making changes. But, if we just keep ourselves healthy all the time.
I know. Then, I wish everybody realized that every time your body becomes just a little bit stronger, your world becomes a little bit bigger.
Totally.
It preserves the ability to participate in your own life, because I don't want to sit and watch everybody around me living their lives and having fun. I want to be part of it.
Right. Yeah.
It's totally worth fighting for. And that's the message that I wish everybody would hear and understand.
Yeah. Prioritize.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so important. I mean, I think it's nowadays in our modern living, it's more like it's an effort. Like you have to carve time out. You have to prioritize the movement, because it's easy to not move for a lot of people. And if you haven't for a while, it's like a vicious cycle. But personally, I feel I get pent up. Like I need to go for a walk, or I need to do some exercise. Like I feel like it's it's not
Yeah.
it's not negotiable. Like I have to, be active. And I think it is a lot of effort for a lot of people. And we live in this sedentary world where people are at their desk all day and they're, sitting in a car commuting or, on the bus or whatever. Even taking the bus, at least you're walking from bus stop
Yes.
to home or whatever. It's like you do have some built-in activity there. So even when I'm working with
Yes.
clients, like any little ways to walk a little bit more through the day. Maybe if you can try to get up walking or doing something, at least 3 times a day. But then the lean muscle, like using gravity to lift, like whatever you're lifting, that is so important to maintain
It
your
really
lean
is.
muscle. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Those
Wow.
small little tweaks over time, they'll add up to big gains. And
Yeah.
muscle's your health insurance. We gotta keep at it. You're never too old to build it.
Health
We
insurance. I
want to
love
train to
that.
live.
Yes. And the
Yes.
key to currency of longevity. I like that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So definitely to rebuild muscle again, I know I said it before, but what I don't want people to do is go on a restrictive low calorie diet.
Yes.
Because then we're going to have undernourished muscles.
Mm-hmm.
When we go on those restrictive, really low calorie diets, that mentality of eat less, move more kind of thing, we slowly starve our muscle tissue. When it's, taken to extreme or implemented without proper nutrition, it often leads to the body breaking down its own muscle tissue for energy. That's a process called muscle atrophy. So without sufficient calories and protein, the it's going to look elsewhere for fuel. So if we don't consume enough calories or protein, we're missing half of the equation. And you'll wonder why you feel weak or why your joints hurt or why fat replaces muscle. And the eat less, move more narrative, it ruins older bodies. But that's what we're sold. We're sold a lie that shrinking equals healthy.
Yeah, exactly. And, now with the
Yes.
Ozempic and the GLP-1s, it's like, it's really, really, really important for people to do weight bearing activity, to keep eating healthy, like try to have good quality nutrition, eating regularly, not skipping meals. They probably won't have the food noise of like the cravings and stuff. But if they're going along for the ride of like, oh, I'm not hungry. Okay, great. I won't have to eat. That is not going to That's going to you're going to lose muscle rapidly. And then if you cannot stay on that medication long term, when you go off it, you will get that weight back and some, and it'll be mostly fat.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's crazy because we're seeing, like, I bet in 5-10 years, it'll be half the population are on those GLP-1 type of medications. And there's a lot of education that needs to go along, with those.
Definitely, for sure. Absolutely. Where they'll be losing muscle they desperately need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question for you, Lisa. Where does cardio fit in these days? Like it used to be the thing, right? Yeah.
It used to be the thing, and we still want to add some cardiovascular exercise into our routine. Our heart and lungs, they definitely need it, but not like people used to think. We don't need hours of cardio.
Right. Okay.
When I'm working with people, we tend to do short little intervals of cardio and then let the heart rate come down, and then we'll get it up a little again and bring it down. And it doesn't have to be much. Maybe 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes.
You're kind of mixing it into your strength training routine.
We're kind of mixing it in. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Or challenge yourself on a walk outside. You're going to add a little hill in and get that heart rate up a little more. So it's still very, very important.
My understanding too is that with strength training, you are like, if someone's goal is weight loss and burning fat or their belly fat or whatever the common trends are, you're going to get that through strength training, right? Because you're affecting your metabolism and it's helping burn things, even though you're not going for a 10-mile run or anything like that. Can you sort of talk about that a bit?
Yes. You might not intentionally lose weight, but it's definitely a side effect a lot of the time when people start strength training. And as we get into being able to adapt and progress and lift heavier weights, like when we do, like, say, a bench press or a deadlift, that's going to challenge your heart and lungs there as well.
Right.
Because it requires almost every muscle in the body to do those big lifts, those big compound lifts. So that
Mhm.
will challenge your heart and lungs as well. And as we build muscle, it replaces the fat.
Yeah, there you go. Like I just sort of wanted people to understand that they're getting the same sort of benefits from strength training that they used to get, that they used to think they needed to do their hour of cardio, to get those results, but you can still get it from strength training, right?
Absolutely. Strength training will help your heart function as well.
And that's
Awesome.
the thing too. Like, I mean, there are some people that have their activities that they love to do. Like maybe they go for a run or they go for a bike ride or they're swimming or, they do those cardiovascular exercises because it's part of their lifestyle and it's part of their, they
Yes.
love it. It gives them pleasure. So I think what I'm hearing is maybe they should add in, at least 2 days a week of the strength training or strength, like, using gravity for lean muscle.
Yes. Absolutely. Resistance training
Yes.
for sure. 2 days is plenty.
Yeah.
That would be a nice complement to their, if they're an avid runner or a marathoner or a swimmer, absolutely, or a cyclist.
Yeah.
Those two will
Perfect.
go hand in hand. They'll find they're faster, their recovery is better when they add a little bit of strength training in there.
Love it. Yeah. And they'll sleep better.
Yes. And they'll sleep better.
When you're pushing your body.
Oh,
That's right. Sleep is so foundational
yes.
for all the health, right?
Yes, it is. I also wanted to touch on something else. And that's alcohol.
Mm.
So I find when you say sleep that a lot of women in my age group think that maybe a glass or two or three or before bed is going to help them sleep.
Mhm.
And it's funny
Mhm.
because how much I used to love drinking in my 20s and how easy it is to pass on alcohol now.
Mhm.
It doesn't make me feel good anymore.
Mhm.
Totally.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll occasionally at events, but for daily consumption, give me a drink to celebrate, but never to unwind.
Mhm.
Alcohol, it disrupts fat metabolism, protein synthesis, muscle recovery, and sleep.
Mm.
All so important for building
Mhm.
muscle and changing body composition.
Yeah.
So if you do care about your health, fat loss, and muscle building efforts, when you're putting all that work in, at a minimum, minimizing alcohol will yield an immense positive return on investment there.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think alcohol is it's a habit for people, to have a glass of wine at dinner and you don't even think about
Yeah.
it. It's just part of their routine, right? But
Yes.
you're bang on, it affects so many aspects of our health and yeah, it's a good thing to pay attention to.
Yes, exactly. We don't need that every day for sure. Save
Yeah,
it. Save it
exactly.
for events
Right?
Yeah.
or celebrate.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yes.
agree. If you do like to drink, then yeah, absolutely. Maybe not the daily habit. It is like a toxin. Our body has to process it. It affects the liver. And as we drink alcohol, our liver has to detoxify that alcohol. So it's prioritizing the toxin of alcohol before it works on the
Exactly.
cholesterol and the other things. So, it's you're kind of doing a disservice to your whole system if you're drinking a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, definitely. You're sabotaging yourself when you're trying to become stronger and fitter. That's going to definitely play a role for sure. If you're consuming, every night sort of thing,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
glass of
Mhm.
wine every night.
And I loved how you said like if you're using it to unwind, it's not really a great
Yes.
idea because I think you're right. People okay, oh, I need a glass of wine, or oh, thank goodness it's dinner time. I'm gonna have my wine now. Like if you're using it to cope,
Yes.
like
Yeah,
that's probably a problem. Like if you're using it just as
it's a problem.
yeah, exactly. Like Rob said, it could become a habit, and habits can become
Yes.
problems because this is what we are as humans. Like in 10 years, we're the collection of all our habits that we're doing now. So
That's right.
let's improve our
Yes,
daily
exactly.
habits and, that will help our long-term health. Our future self would be
Yeah.
happy.
Yes, exactly. So that could be the biggest hack for some people in their health and fitness goals. And there's no judging because I do enjoy cocktails once in a while too, but yes, not habitually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's like the low hanging fruit of like, if there's a woman going through perimenopause and hormone fluctuations and hot flushes, absolutely. If you try to reduce your wine or your alcohol consumption, you will notice a difference. Like I've had many
Yes,
clients that
definitely.
basically after a few months, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm totally not having the same level, the same intensity of hot flushes. And that was the one thing they've changed. So it is really amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's important on your fitness and health journey too,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And okay, we have one last question, and we asked you last time, and you
Oh, wait.
the
Pause.
okay, pause.
Are we there already?
I know. Well, yeah. Unless there's anything else.
I just
Yeah.
want to have a little closing little something.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Before we talk about food, because I love food. I want to get there,
Okay.
but one moment.
Sure.
Okay. So I just don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed with this conversation. I think that our health and lifespan is shaped far more by our everyday ordinary choices than most people overlook.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be all in, all or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the consistency of moving your body, even when you don't really feel like it. It's the simple thing of choosing real food over convenient foods most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Some days, takeout is the only way we're going to survive.
Mm-hmm.
But if we choose real food most of the time, that's really going to play an important role in building muscle and staying healthy. If you allow yourself 7 or more hours of sleep instead of scrolling through exhaustion, it's learning to take 1 minute to breathe, to pause, to manage stress before it eats you alive from the inside out. These small habits, they're not Instagram glamorous, but they're more powerful than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Resistance training improves insulin sensitivity, protects your brain, strengthens your heart, and keeps your muscles from dwindling as you age. And nutrition, nutrient-dense whole food diet, that fuels your tissues, repairs damage, balances hormones, and keeps inflammation from silently destroying quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
And sleep cleans the brain. It helps stabilize your metabolism. It boosts immunity. It regulates hormones that control appetite and energy expenditure. It literally extends life. Sleep is my new best friend and my biggest priority.
Mm.
I will take sleep over a workout any day.
Mm-hmm.
Stress management reduces chronic disease risk. It supports immunity and preserves our emotional resilience. We can handle things a lot better when we have our stress under control.
Mm-hmm.
So these are simple little things that are just built into everyday life. And when you're successful at all these habits, it influences the trajectory of aging more than any lucky genes ever could.
Mm.
It's not about living forever. It's about living well in the time that we're given here.
Mm-hmm.
Capability comes from the habits you practice when nobody's watching.
Mm. Wow.
So if you want a future you're excited about, take care of the body that's going to carry you there.
Love it.
I think we all deserve to experience life with strength, clarity, dignity, and joy.
Love it.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Oh, wow. Those are amazing. Like, I could take some quotes out of there. Like, it's just like, and put them on
Yeah,
like a
right?
poster or something. Oh, wow.
I know. That's a good idea.
Totally.
For myself, too.
Yeah. The currency
I'm
of
pretty good at all
longevity.
these habits, but it's not about perfection. It's just about consistency. I try these habits almost every day, and some days nailed it, other days not so much, but all we can do is be consistent. Don't think about being perfect. Let's throw perfect out the window.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Consistency works just fine.
Yes. I love that. That's so true.
Yes,
Consistency is key.
it is, isn't it?
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Oh, and now we can talk about food. I want to ask you about
Food.
the potluck you would bring to a party if you and Craig are going.
If you guys said, hey, we're doing a potluck coming over tonight, I'd say, oh, but I have no time. And I'd say, oh, I know what I have time for. I have this recipe in my head. It's my grandma's recipe, and my mom used it all the time. It's this little ambrosia salad, and it's so simple, and it's an old family favorite. I need simple these days.
Yes.
All I have to do is remember 1 cup of 5 ingredients, and it is this: 1 cup of sour cream, 1 cup of pineapple tidbits, 1 cup of mandarin oranges, 1 cup of coconut, and 1 cup of mini marshmallows.
Oh, interesting.
Now, our families always use sour cream, which is sweetened by the marshmallows, and it gives this nice creamy tang.
Oh,
But you could totally replace it with Greek yogurt for some added protein.
yeah.
Hmm.
Marshmallows, ooh, that's key. That adds the sweetness and the fluff to this little
The
salad.
texture. Yeah.
I like the colored marshmallows myself, but you could use the white ones, I suppose. And my grandma, she always used coconut shreds, canned mandarin oranges, and those little pineapple chunks. Whatever suits you.
Love
Nice.
it.
And you just stir it up, leave it in the fridge for a little bit. Oh, it's so easy, so simple. You could eat it as a dessert. You could eat it as a little sweet side,
Oh, yeah.
whatever you like.
I love it. I love it. The coconut is the
Yeah.
shredded, you said? The shredded coconut?
Yes.
Okay.
She used the shredded.
Yes.
So I like to use the shredded.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Super easy, super quick, and oh, yes. Easy to double if it's a big crowd. All about simplicity these days.
Yes.
Sounds like it might be kid friendly too.
Yes, yep. Kids seem to love it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be tasty, I think.
Oh.
I think I've had something like that.
Yes.
It's definitely a grandma type recipe, right? It seems like one of those things
Yes.
that I had when I was a kid. So I
Really?
think I've seen something
I
like that
like,
before.
yeah, the mandarin and the pineapple. Like, just you get the kind of sour flavor and the
Yes.
sweet with the marshmallows and the coconut,
Yes.
that kind of tropical.
Oh,
Like, it's got this. Yeah, that's so interesting. I love it.
yes. When I eat it, it's just full of memories.
Oh,
Nice.
I
That's
bet. I
awesome.
love that.
Great
Yeah.
memories. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. And like you said, it's easy. 5 ingredients of a
Yes.
cup each. That's amazing.
Yep. So easy.
Love it. Oh my gosh. So
No stress, little mess.
yeah, exactly. Not much to clean up either.
Yeah, exactly.
Where can people find you?
Well, we are on Facebook.
Okay.
We have an Activate Athletics studio page on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Our studio is here in Port Alberni on 10th Avenue, 4550 10th Avenue. It's just a little private training studio. Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome. And you guys are super active on social media. I love, the stories and the tips and the sort of inspirations that you share. It's great to sort of read a lot of the stuff that you guys are putting out there. It's refreshing compared to a lot of the things that you see from the sort of fitness world. So,
Yes, thank
definitely
you
give
for
them a
saying
follow
that.
and check them out. You guys are doing good
Thank you.
things.
Yeah, I love how active you guys are. Like, literally active on social media, active in Activate. That's what your name is, Activate. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, wow. This has been awesome, Lisa. Thank you so much for taking your time out of, I know life is so busy right now. And, we're going to link actually the other episode we did with you, episode 60, diet culture in the fitness industry, because that was so powerful too. And
Great idea.
Yeah, I love it. I love that people can get your wisdom from this information. Love it. It's just, I love your frame of reference too, like being in the fitness industry for 30 years and seeing all the different trends and just living it, and you're so qualified. You've taken, I know that you were doing the, what is it? The women's
Girls Gone Strong.
Girls Gone Strong.
Yes.
And wow, there's so much information there. I'm like linked in with her newsletter, Molly's, and it's just like,
Great.
wow, like there's just so much. Like they have so many professionals working behind the scenes to help everybody keep up to date on all the new research and information and education. And I can see that you are like on it, like all the stuff you were saying it's just awesome. Like we really appreciate that you could, share with our audience, like all of the information that we talked about today.
Yeah, great. I hope the word gets out there. We need to stay strong.
Yeah.
And live our lives fully, for sure.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much, Lisa. We will get you back on the show another time. I'm sure there's going to be lots more opportunities for, other topics that you're passionate about, because obviously you are passionate and that comes through in your voice and your enthusiasm. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you both.
Thank you.
Right on, Lisa. We'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Bye for now.
Bye.
Cheers.
I loved when Lisa said, when you're over 40 and your midlife metabolism kind of takes a dive and your pants are tighter and kind of like the midriff is an uninvited guest.
Totally. It's so
That's
funny.
That was no, well, I totally appreciated what she was talking about, as there's so many people that say, I don't know what, I'm doing everything right, but I keep gaining weight and I feel more tired. And when you dig deeper, they're like overscheduled, busy, but not necessarily working out more or like lifting weights.
You know what the other thing too is, I think people want instant results. It's like they might be doing the right things already, but they're just not patient enough. They think like they do a big workout and they go for a run and then they get on the scale the next day thinking that they're going to drop 10 pounds, but it's like, it doesn't happen that quick, you know?
No, actually, you might gain weight from the water retention a little bit.
Yeah.
Just the inflammation of when your body and your muscles are healing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not so much trying new things or, you know, looking for new ways to make changes. It's just, and she said that consistency.
Yeah.
You know?
And the scale is not a good place to, it's not a great health indicator.
No, and I mean, we've said that since day one, but
Yeah.
it still seems to be the way people, you know, that's what they look at.
Yeah, but if you're looking at the scale, then your body might be, you know, actually increasing muscle as you're lifting heavier,
Mm-hmm.
but you're seeing a higher number, so you freak out and try to starve yourself, and then you're not getting the fuel your body needs to help the muscles grow. And as Lisa said, muscle is a currency of longevity.
Yeah, I love that. She had a handful of good little tips and slogans or little whatever you call them.
Yeah. Yeah,
little
like quotes.
stickers for your fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and like I mentioned too, she's got her and her husband Craig, who runs the business with her. They are constantly posting great stuff on social media and really, really inspirational quotes, and just it's really good stuff to follow on social media, Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, we'll
So,
link those in the show notes,
yeah.
plus the episodes that we kind of alluded to when we were talking to Lisa. Well, about her first episode with diet culture in the fitness industry, episode 60,
Mhm.
almost 2 years ago, or it was like
3 years ago, I
yeah,
think.
3 years ago.
Wow.
And then the dangers of skinny fat. So that's all about like how the scale can be deceiving, because you might actually, if you don't have enough muscle, but you're still within your good BMI, that could be detrimental, because you might have a lack of bone mass and bone density and lean muscle.
I actually saw a post, like a legit post on Facebook a couple weeks ago, and it was this woman who'd shown a picture of like she'd sort of lifted her shirt up a bit and showed her belly. And she's like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've been like on this diet and that diet, and I'm like, this is what I've been eating, and I've been exercising and blah, blah, blah. And I just can't lose this kind of flab. What's going on? And I don't even remember where the post was, but right away I'm just like, that's skinny fat. That's like a perfect example, right? And then everyone chimed in, and kind of a lot of people alluded to the same thing. And she's just like, oh, I had no idea what that means. Like, I don't want to get all like muscled by working out and all that. But yeah, it was a perfect portrait of what that is.
I think it's actually really sexy to have muscle.
Oh, I
as a
thought you were going to
woman.
say skinny fat. Oh, I agree. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that should be the new trend. Hopefully, I think it will be, actually. I think this is more and more people are understanding the importance of having lean muscle as we age to protect ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Awesome. Well, be sure to check out the pages that Lisa's part of. We'll link those in the show notes, and the episodes that we mentioned as well. We'll link those. They're all worth a listen. You can also check out our website while you're scrolling about. It's mywifethedietitian.com. Got lots of great information there. We've got our weekly newsletter. It's free to join. You can find a link for that on the website as well. You can also email us your questions if you have things you want to know about nutrition. And we get listener questions all the time. We love answering them on the show. So fire away. You can find us on social media as well. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And if you're liking the show, let us know. Love hearing your comments, your questions, your feedback, anything you can tell us. It's all super helpful. Keeps things rolling forward here. And if you like the show, I bet your friends would too. So be sure to share with them. And that is it for this episode. Thanks again to Lisa for joining us. And we will be back on Thursday with Nutrition Nuggets. So until then, have a fantastic week. Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.